Anthony Hartwig here. We're back in McDonald, another volleyball player profile with the undefeated Blue Devils. Gianna Costantino joins us today. Gianna, thanks so much for coming on and talking to us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, as we said at the top, undefeated season so far. We'll start from the top. What's working so well for this McDonald team this year?
I think just work all of us like as a team, like working together. We've like clicked so well, like from early on in the season, and I think just working like that together has helped a lot.
If we go back to the first couple games of the year, you got some big momentum wins, some close victories against teams that, are rivals, I guess you could say, for McDonald. How much did that kind of propel you throughout the rest of the season?
I think that helped like give us confidence, like knowing that we can like play like to the best of our abilities and like overcome those challenges of playing like a lot of those tough teams.
You're asked to do a lot this year. You're a big leader of the team, and they lost such a good senior class a year ago. What was it like coming into this year, knowing that responsibilities were even going to go up even higher for you, and you were going to be asked to do a lot when it comes to leadership?
Yeah, I mean, I think knowing going into this season, like everyone as a whole knew that like we were gonna have to put in like extra work and like extra time, have more motivation than we did last year. But I mean, we did lose a lot of good players, but we still have a lot of good players left, which so I mean that's helped us a lot this season being successful.
We've talked to your setter already, Ava Salamone, and she's a big reason why you're able to succeed as much as you are. I think it's probably one of the big question marks from the outside of the program for this team, what it was going to look like without Megan Klockner as a setter. And you guys have hit the ground running with Ava in that spot. Talk about building a relationship with her and what it's been like to work with her throughout the year, and being able to connect as much as you guys do.
Yeah, it's been really fun working with Ava. I think like obviously I had Megan as my setter for 3 years before this, but me and Ava clicked like really soon, like really well, like way back in like February when we first started doing open gyms. And I think it's just that connection and like building our relationship has like helped a lot on and off the court.
Let's talk about you being a senior and what it means to you to kind of have this last year with McDonald. You guys won districts last year. You're trying to do it again this year. What has this season meant to you, knowing that it's your last year in the McDonald uniform?
It's like I don't know. It's exciting knowing that like I've had like all this time and I've made a lot of great memories and had a really fun time. And I don't know. I think like all my teammates for making it such like a great experience, and it's been like an honor to play with all of them.
Have you kind of felt it sink in yet that you're a senior? Or are you trying to save off that reality as long as you can until like the end of the season?
I haven't really thought about it too much. I'm trying not to and trying to just enjoy the moments as I have it, and I don't know, kind of pushing off the end of the season as long as I can.
You keep winning, you're not going to have to worry about that for a while. Let's talk about last year winning the championship and how much confidence that brought this team into this year. Like, how much do you think that experience is going to be important now that we're getting into postseason next week, leading on what you guys went through last year and how you guys were able to come through and win a district?
Yeah, I think we were able to like prepare for each of our tournament games really well, like watching film and like practicing like our JV team, our scout team, like practicing like against a team like teams we're playing. And I mean, we just put a lot of like focus into that and we work extra hard after the regular season, knowing that like our season and our efforts are not over yet. Like we still need to work just as hard, if not harder.
I'm sure repeating has been a goal all year, but until now, you've had to just keep it one game at a time, one game at a time. And now you know kind of what your path looks like to a second straight district championship. How exciting is it to now finally get to this point when you can make those goals reality, where you can get into the postseason again and try to repeat?
Yeah, it's really exciting, and it's good knowing that like last year we were able to get to that level, and when our record wasn't maybe as good, but we were still able to make it thus far and like win districts, and knowing that like we've done maybe even better this year, that we can have that same like type of momentum and confidence going into it.
I want to talk about your coaching staff. Michael Klockner is back again this year for another year under the helm of this McDonald volleyball program. What makes him so special as a coach, and what have you learned so much about being under him as head coach at McDonald?
Yeah, he's been my coach since junior high. I've had him for a while. He's taught me a lot, like not even just in the volleyball sense, but just in the aspect of life, like being like disciplined and determined in putting forth like good efforts in everything you do. And obviously for volleyball, he's always been like he's great like for our team to like rely on. We can always like look at him for help, and he always has confidence in us, so knowing that he has confidence in us helps us play better.
We only get to see him on the sidelines for games. So take us into maybe his demeanor in practices and inside the locker room, things that the normal fans can't see. What are some things about Michael Klockner that maybe only the team knows that other people should know about him?
Just how I don't I don't know. He's just really like a good person, and like
Mm.
he really is always like uplifting for us and like gives us motivation going into every game. He always tells us to like have confidence and play to our best the best of our abilities and know that like we can like overcome and win like any game that comes our way.
Since you're a senior, we have to talk about your future and what you have in store after high school. What are the plans? What are the things that are going to be going on for you after you graduate from McDonald?
I plan to go to college. I'm not exactly sure where. Probably somewhere like somewhat nearby, but also like far enough that I'll be like have my own freedom.
Do you have a career path that you want to try to go down?
I'm looking towards like the business side or like finance, accounting, that type of thing.
Are you also trying to play volleyball at the next level, or have you decided that high school is going to be enough for you?
Yeah, I think I'll be done after this year.
How much more special does making that decision make this year? Like you don't have volleyball ever again, at least competitively, um, after this season is over. So how much more special does it make this last season?
Yeah, it just made me realize like how much more I need to like soak in every moment and like be like even more grateful for like all these experiences and like realize that these are like the last times I'm going through this stuff and to just really like enjoy it while it's still here.
When we talk about senior year inside the classroom, are you a senior that has done a lot of work the first 3 years and a lot of your hard classes have been taken care of, or do you still have plenty of heavy course loads here to take care of before you graduate?
I've kind of always taken pretty tough classes and I still have quite a few this year.
Never taking it easy on yourself, Gianna Costantino. What are those classes you have this year? What are you taking?
I take college calculus and statistics and college writing 1 and 2.
Woo. Okay, so you're doing all that. You get great grades. You're a volleyball player. You try to have a social life outside of all that. How do you juggle it all? What are some of your time management routines that make you able to be able to have all that in one life?
I don't know. I try to get like a lot of work done in school so I don't have to do as much like after school and like I always do homework like really late. I never do it like before practice. So I'm not great in that aspect, but it's all right. I do okay.
Hey, it gets done. It gets done. Who cares when, right?
Yeah.
When you think about things that you're going to be really proud of yourself for when you graduate, when you walk down that aisle, you take that diploma, whether it be something that you've accomplished in the school, something you've accomplished athletically elsewhere, what are going to be some of the things that you're really proud of yourself for when you reflect on your high school career?
Um I don't know. I think just like overall like knowing that I like have put in a lot of effort in like anything that I've done. I am in the running for valedictorian, so hopefully I'll graduate with that honor. But also just knowing that like I've gone through high school with like so many like friends and like having so much support from them and my family, just like having that in my mind is like just enough in itself.
Let it be known that not only is she getting over 300 kills this year, but also valedictorian,
Maybe.
chasing it down, chasing it down. We believe in you, G. We do. Let's talk about just life outside of everything. Like, what are some of your hobbies? Some of the things that you do when you do have free time? I know you probably don't have a lot of it in the fall, but when you do have free time, what are the things that you like to do to occupy yourself?
I spend a lot of time like with my friends. Like we'll go like to football games or like basketball games or baseball games and other seasons, or just like go out and like get food and just hang out like that. Or I also like spend time with my family here and do like things with them.
When you're going out, probably with the team after a game, or maybe with your friends, what's the best like place to go out and get food for you guys?
I'm a big fan of Chick-fil-A,
Mm.
and Chipotle and Canes are also really good.
What do you have like go-to orders at each of those spots? I know Cane's is pretty much you're getting chicken fingers, but at Chick-fil-A and Chipotle, do you have like your go-to order that you go to?
Uh, yeah, I change it up sometimes, but usually like Chick-fil-A, I'll get like chicken nuggets, and like
Hmm.
Chipotle, I just get like chicken and rice.
I mean, please tell me you're a fan of Chick-fil-A's milkshakes because that's where it's at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good job. What about some things that you are going to have to learn how to do, life skills that maybe your parents do every day when you move away to college? Because you said you want to go for, like not super far, but far enough away to get that college experience. So I'm
Yeah.
guessing you plan to maybe move away from home. What are going to be some things that you have to learn how to do, life skills, before you get out of the house?
Laundry. I don't really know how to do laundry. That's like one of the only things I don't like. I know how to do dishes and I can clean and like vacuum and all that, but I'm not real good at laundry.
What about one home cooked meal that like is so good in your house that you're gonna have to learn how to make or how to get before you leave?
Um, I cook like for myself a lot, but maybe learning my dad makes really good pasta sauce, so learning how to do that.
He's gonna have to pass down the family recipe. Gonna
Yeah.
have to let it go. When we think about the things that you've accomplished on the volleyball court, a lot of memories with this team on the court. I want to talk about off the court memories with this group. What some of your favorite ones are?
I think our team camps, we go to Otterbein, or we've done that past like 3 years. That's always really fun, and just like those nights in like the hotel room and like talking with everyone has always been a really good bonding experience for all of us.
Who are some teammates this year that you think you've really gotten to know a lot more this year on the volleyball team you're so happy that you've been able to be on the same team with them and you've been able to grow really close to them this year?
Yeah, Ava Salomon for sure. I definitely was not as close with her last year as I am now. Um, Honestly, like I've kind of gotten closer with just about everyone, like on the team compared to last year. Like Miley, I've gotten closer with, I think. Kayla, I'm already really good friends with her, and Ava Gallo. She's also a new one she's new to our school from last year, so I also got really close with her too.
All right, Gianna, we end these player profiles the same way every time. We want to give you the chance to take the limelight off yourself for a little bit because we've been talking about you for so long, and shining on the people in your life that support you, that get you to where you're going. I want to give you the time to send out thank yous and shout outs to the people in your life that you think deserve it.
Oh gosh, there's so many. My parents for sure have always been like supportive, and like when I did travel volleyball and all that, have always been there in that aspect. My siblings come and watch my games as much as they can, which I really appreciate. My grandparents, they've always come to like all of my games, and if they can't be there, my mom like FaceTimes them from the gym. You can see her in our film, like holding up her phone camera. Even just like aunts and uncles and like cousins. I played with like Maria Roselle's my cousin. I always looked up to her a lot, and I thank her a lot for the player I am. And definitely seniors that have graduated that I've looked up to a lot, like Megan.
All right, Ava, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate it. Wish you the best of luck the rest of this season, and we hope that we get to talk again real soon.
Thank you.